show you what I was able to pick up today when I was at the dollar store. I went in to grab some shipping material to ship off some orders that I had for some of the artwork. And while I was there, I followed the arrows along the floor, used my social distancing skills and regulations that we're all under. But I was able to go down all the aisles and found a lot of really great gardening supplies. Starting a new garden, picked up what I could today while I was out. My favorite item that I grabbed was this little container. It's garden seeds. They had ones in white or ones in gray, and this fits. It'll fit a fair amount of seed packs in there as well. Very cute, nice little way and decorative. We can set it up on the shelf and store all your little gardening seeds in there. It's a metal tin, and yeah, that was my favorite find of the day. I had started with these. I like clear containers, you can see what's in them. So I had started with just putting these in the cart and thinking that the seed packs would fit nicely in there. So then I found that one, and of course I had to grab that. So these I'll use for something else. There's lots of wooden skewers and different types of bamboo skewers that I thought would be great for me to use for plant supports. As we get growing things, they're going to need some kind of support. I don't know how sturdy these are going to be, but I've got a bunch of different sizes. These were the more heavy-duty skewers that I found in the barbecue section. So there's 30 bamboo skewers in this one. And these really long ones. I don't know what you would cook on these, but whose barbecue would these fit on? I'm not sure if they'd even fit on ours. Anyways, I'm going to use them as garden stakes, and there are 12 bamboo skewers in there. I also picked up these little skewers. They're just, again, barbecue skewers, but I like the fact that on the end of them, if I can get this open, they have like a little handle on them. So what I did, I'll show you with the tomatoes that I have under the grow lights, I was able to write on that little section there and label. So it uses it as a label and stick it into the little pots. So that's what I've used those for. They also do have the actual packs of plant tags, tea labels they're called. So nice big writing surface on there if you need to write, description or color. I'll be using these once I start planting in the garden, which hopefully will be by the end of this week. We're supposed to be out of this polar vortex. It was still snowing today and cold, -3. But in a couple of days, we will be up into the double digits. They have lots of different garden utensils and shovels, pruners. I picked up a pack of pruners already, so I didn't need those. But I liked that this has a red handle. Easy to find, so you don't lose it in the garden, which has happened before. So bright red handle, and it's metal. My other little shovel from the dollar store was just a plastic one. And this was kind of the bigger size. They did have ones that were smaller and had your inch line measurements on there as well. But I liked this size. I also picked up a little pack of, these are called houseplant tools. So what these are good for are getting into those little cell packs if you need help. I had planted up a pot of pansies, and the roots were so thick that just squeezing them and trying to pull them out wasn't getting them out. So these, especially this little tool here, will get into those little cell packs and help pop those out. They also had lots of these types of coated metal plant supports. I got this smaller size to use just to help when they're starting. I do have trellis and the cattle panel trellis outside in the garden, which will do most of the supporting of the plants. But these will come in handy when the plants are small, they're not big enough yet to get onto the trellis. These will help keep them upright. They also had packages of plant cover, protective plant cover. Hopefully we're out of, I don't know. Hopefully we're out of the season where we need to cover anything, but I picked that up just to have, just in case. I was using some old pillowcases or some covers on the plants over the last couple of days. So I picked that up, and you can cut it into different size, but it's just a large sheet, 6.5 by 16 feet, so 2 meters by 5 meters of just protective cloth, and some more stakes to stake it down with. This I might also use as a cover over the seedlings once they go in the garden, to keep the birds off them or any rabbits. We have rabbits and other critters out and off of the seedlings. These are also the plant supports that they had. So different kinds of these. I liked this rounded top because of the other peony plants plant supports that I have. So what I'm probably going to do with these is set them up in that circle configuration, sort of over top of some of the peonies that I will be planting this year that I got from Costco. And one of the last things that I picked up for gardening supply is garden netting. Again, to keep the birds and the rabbits and everything else off. You can just cover your seedlings and your plants with these. I think the seedlings are definitely going to need some protection out there from rabbits. We do have a few rabbits and squirrels. The squirrels and chipmunks have really liked the bulbs and the tulips this year, so I picked that up. It's 2 meters by 10 meters, 6 feet by 32 feet, so that's a lot of cloth netting, a lot of netting that you get in there. So that is the haul today from the dollar store when I went out for my essential shopping today.